Welcome to Grind Is True Podcast. Well, me and my co-host Sean talk about personal and professional growth.
Grind is straight, grind is straight. Make it next move your best move.
Welcome back to the Grind Is True Podcast. It's your host Travis and Sean, and we're here with our special guests, AR Custom and Collision, Anthony and Rob. What's up, boys?
What's up?
So, how did you want to get into the whole collision and customs type business? What made you want to go down that line?
I've been doing this now for about 27 years. I was a painter only at a few body shops around town. My last place was Bill Rapp. And I always wanted to start a business. I just didn't know how to go about it. You know what I mean? It's like it's a hard thing. It's probably one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life, other than kids. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, and then I've known him for a long time. I've known his wife for a long time, and that's kind of how we got hooked up together. And then he's been wanting to start a business. He was always asking me, like, a long time ago when he was still working for somebody else. He was like, how much is it going to take for me to pay you to paint for me? And I'm like, oh, I kind of want to do something on my own too, you know what I mean? So that's kind of how we started, doing stuff together.
I saw that caddy outside, dude. I love that like whole comic book look.
It's fucked
I
up
mean,
right
that
now.
is
I gotta paint a bunch of shit on
viral
it.
as
I love it,
shit.
though.
I mean, it's so
dirty
cool.
shit.
My bike's the same way.
Yeah, I
no,
saw it. Yeah.
He did the same style with that.
I
Yeah.
didn't mean to leave you out. I apologize. But
He's like, don't forget.
no, that's such a new viral thing, and the fact that you guys are able to do that to
Yeah.
stick with the times, that's really fucking awesome.
I'm pretty sure we're the first people in Syracuse. I actually saw the guy do it on TikTok, and he went down to Florida to go get it done.
Mm-hmm.
But we saw it at Street Scene, like a few years ago? And I said, I really want to do that. I've been seeing it pop off over in the UK, you know what I mean? And I got a dope-ass graffiti artist that painted our building for us, and I hit him up, and I was like, hey, man, I threw him a couple ideas, and I'm like, is this something that you'd be able to help me do? So looking at that dude's Corvette, it's cool. It was a cool paint job, but the finish, like you just could tell that like there's things that were like left out or like wasn't buffed properly. It was like kind of flat looking. It wasn't really
Like
glossy.
they missed the clear
Yeah,
coat.
yeah. So I'm like, these artists are doing these cars, but they don't know how to do the work.
The
You
They don't know how to
They're
do
not
the
even
finishing
art.
steps.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm like, what if I took that with my skill, got the artist, and then refined it to make a dope ass paint job, and that's what we did.
What does something like that cost?
I got
And
24
now
hours of labor.
I'm
in
sure it
just the art.
depends on the size of vehicle, right? But let's just say the caddy. If you were to quote the caddy, like what would something like that cost?
20 grand?
At least
20 grand?
No, I'm just throwing a number at you. 20
No,
grand.
that's fine. I'm okay. That's what I'm asking.
At
Is
least.
it that expensive? It's just so people know
Yeah.
because it takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of talent, it takes artistic ability. There's a lot that goes into that. It's not just, I'm just going to throw some streaks
Yeah.
on a car and make it look good,
Right.
So that's why I ask, is to let the people know, like, you want your car to look like that, you got to, it's an investment. It's not, I could just do it next paycheck, Like, no, you're going to save a couple paychecks to get to this
I
level.
did the belt moldings, the run channels, I did the wheels. I didn't know where to stop, because I wanted the illusion to continue throughout the car,
Right.
But then I was like, how I was gonna do like the white wall lettering on the tires. I was gonna do that, and I was like, I just need to chill.
I just gotta stop.
But the white wall lettering on the
Yeah.
tires, it really
Yeah.
does make
Yeah.
stuff pop
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah,
It's
for
really
sure.
nice
For sure.
So, what is the startup cost of a business like that?
What about you?
Well, because my startup cost for a contracting business is crazy, right?
Yeah.
I need warehouses, I need trucks, I need tools, I need people, I need all this stuff. That's a lot of money. His startup cost for a detailing business isn't as much because he can go ahead and detail things. He just needs some vacuum, some pressure washers, and some polishers and things like that. So we always like to ask our guests how much did you have to invest to get started?
We can start off with, we didn't start with nearly enough. I can promise you that. We started our shop with 3 credit cards. He pulled out 401k. I refinanced 2 cars, and that was our operating money. Like for us to pay our bills, that was to put it into the shop. We started on absolutely fucking nothing.
Mm-hmm.
obviously we've built to where we are, but I mean, if you want to open a professional collision shop, man, I would say you need at least $500,000.
There you go.
Paint
Okay.
booth, you know, your frame machine, your measuring system, all your welders, a nice office, like professional looking stuff, all the right tools, at least $500,000 all day long. So, and we definitely didn't fucking start with that. So no.
Well, I mean, but that's how it goes. Is you can, if you really want to start that business and that's your true passion, you start with what you have and you build with where you go. Just like look at this podcast, right? We got decent cameras, we got a decent table, we're okay. But you know we're gonna upgrade as we go because yeah, exactly. You always want to put money back into the business, and you can never start at the end, right? Because that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
You've got to start with what you have
Yeah.
and kind of build from there. So that's not a bad thing in any way, you know.
That's the best part of the journey, man. I mean, it has days where it fucking sucks. You driving home, man, like which pole do I want to turn into? You know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
But
That's part of owning a
the journey.
business.
You want to be rich, you want to be a business owner, you want to have nice things and do fun things. You got to enjoy the journey. You know, like it's
A lot of
you
sacrifices.
can't skip through it. You ain't skipping through it. You got to do the hard work, or you ain't getting there. So
100%. Owning a business is the same as the stock market. There's ups and downs no matter what, but you got to ride it out. And if you ain't willing to ride it out, then don't start it.
Yeah.
You know, that's just plain and simple.
So how long have you guys been in business now for? Wow.
our company's been formed for 6. It took us 2 years to find a building to operate out of.
That's a long.
While we were still working full time, while we were still doing side work out of it was a 20 by 20 shop behind his house at the time.
Wow.
We were pumping out like 5-6 cars out of that.
You're killing it out there, dude.
You see how you made it
Those
work
were-
though in the
yeah.
very beginning?
Yeah, yeah. That's
He was about to say those were the days because he didn't have a long commute.
Yeah.
We didn't have a long commute, and the overhead, I was just paying rent. on
Yeah,
my
yeah.
house, you know what
Right.
I mean? And we put an exhaust fan we cut a hole in the wall, put an exhaust fan. I opened up the 2 windows. On each side, stuck filters in it, so it was like a cross draft paint booth. Hooked up 220. My boys came over and wired up 220 so we could weld and stuff out there. And
Yeah.
you
You
should
figured
have
it
seen
out,
it. We
yeah.
had cars. I thought I was going to get the town called on me because I had all these cars parked out there. My landlord's like, what's going on over there? And I'm like, I kind of told him what I was doing. He was cool with it.
Yep.
He owns Voss Signs. But yeah, we killed it out of there. And back then, and it was just all in the pocket. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we're making, we're both of us making $100,000 a year as a technician and a painter at a shop. Then we go out there at night, crank out work. Obviously, we're still busting ass, but it was cool too because we go out there, we're smoking, we're drinking, and
Yeah.
we're working on cars and making money too at the same time. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
still pocketing $30-40 a year cash on top of our salary make basically. So
And now you guys are currently moving into a new building right now.
yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Big upgrade.
Huge.
Where's it located?
200 Florence Ave, East Florence Ave.
Yep. Yeah, down on
East
the south
Florence
side.
Ave,
Okay.
Down in the hood.
yeah. It's right down
Hey,
before
there ain't
the
nothing wrong
valley.
with that.
Nah,
but-
man.
You know, that's a good thing. That's where you're going to get a lot of business. Is where people really want to have their cars.
You
taken
guys
care
already
of,
have the
you know?
name as well, so you know people are bringing it
Yeah,
to you
we
guys.
have people that bring us stuff.
Yeah.
We got all of our customers, our loyal customers, people that have supported us from day one, man.
Yep.
That's been huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, people. Some people don't suck. You know what I mean? Our customers
Yeah.
are freaking awesome, and like the ones that really ride or die, like they're always sharing our posts.
Yep.
They're always commenting on our posts. You know what I mean? They're always they're awesome. You know what I mean?
And that's what
Well,
it takes nowadays.
Make sure you friend Grindustry on
yeah,
Facebook
for
and Instagram, and what we'll do is we'll try to promote you as
Yeah,
well.
I appreciate that.
Everything you post, we'll share, and hopefully everything we post, you'll share.
Yeah.
You know, let's help each other,
Yeah.
each other out. Do you what's your biggest aspiration when it comes to the business? Do you want to try to franchise? Do you want to have multiple locations? Like, what are you thinking in the long term of this?
It's not off the table as a franchise, but his aspirations are a little bit different than mine. I want to be done, like working in the shop by the time I'm 50. You know what I mean? I put a lot of years out there. You know what I mean?
Right.
I want to not be out there anymore. You know what I'm saying? I love it. I don't think I could ever like really fully pull me away. You know what I mean? I'm always gonna. I like to tinker with shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I'd like to be done when I'm 50. So we just want to go buy up other, body shops. So a lot of these guys are older now, and they want to sell.
Yep.
So hopefully go pick up a couple more shops and have 3, and hopefully some MSO comes in and buys us out, or maybe we are going to be the next MSO. I don't know.
All right. Well, I can tell you, as your business grows, it requires you to be out of the field. Mine has now required me to be completely out of the field. I don't get to fix and build things anymore. I am behind a computer, on the phone, answering emails, doing estimates, doing quotes. You know,
Yeah.
the bigger, and trust me, it sounds like hell because it is fucking hell
Dude,
for
I
people
deal with
like
the
us.
same shit. I get
It
100
sucks.
phone calls a day, dude. I'm
It
like,
sucks because I never wanted to be behind a computer. That's why I started a business. I wanted to do more hands-on stuff, and I keep telling him that the more employees you get, the bigger you get, the more it's going to push you away from actually doing the work because you're going to have to organize everything on the back end. And that's something that I keep trying to tell all the people at home is that's how a business is run is you're going to start a business, but it's going to push you away from actually doing what you started and doing what you love to do because it's going to call for you to do something else. And if you're not willing to be there, then you're not going to grow. So if that's where you're really wanting to end up, I promise you, the more you grow, you'll get there where you're not in the shop as much, but you'll be on the phone 24/7.
We're just
and
finding that out
everything, dude. It sucks, and it's a rude awakening for people that don't understand that that's how businesses work because it sucks. We started this because we wanted to do things with our hands. We wanted to be tradesmen. We wanted to have a talent. Exactly. You know what I
like
mean?
doing what you do. You build houses, you build cars.
100%. We
I'm a
wanted
car
to
guy.
do something. And now we can't. Now we're stuck behind a computer, and that's not where we wanted to be. You know. So sometimes it does suck, but that's what your business calls for. And again, if you're going to start a business, you got to do everything that is needed and called for with that business. Period. I mean, would you guys agree with that?
Oh, 100%.
You know.
We
If
just
you-
go ahead.
If you want to grow, you can't work in the business.
No.
Because if you opened a business to work in it, you just created a job with fucking 1,000 more headaches for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
If you can't work towards getting out of working in the business, you're never going to grow. You got to work on the business, not in it.
Correct.
You got to work on. You got to know your fucking numbers. If you don't know your numbers, which is something, he said we were both in the shop. I didn't know anything about fucking P&Ls and this and that.
Oh yeah, you learn quick though. You learn real quick.
Yeah, when you ain't making money and you're like, God damn, what's going on here?
We thought we were making money, and then
Or you
now
get a
we're going
bill
all
from
these
the
numbers, and we're
IRS
like,
for $100,000, and you're like, dude, what the fuck is this bill for? You know what I mean?
Right.
And then say, oh my God, now I got insurance. Now I got workers' comp. Now I got IRS up my ass. Now I got all this, and it's just like, dude, what the hell?
You thought you made money.
No, you didn't.
Somebody else got their hand out here like,
Not
hey.
yet. We're in New York, man. They taking half.
Yep.
All day. They take half.
Our tax account pisses me off every time I
Oh,
look at it.
well, you do understand that New York is the highest tax state.
yeah,
It's not even
100%.
California. It's,
Checking accounts down here, the motherfucker, just the sales tax accounts
Yep.
up here. I'm like,
Yep.
what
Pisses
am I
me
doing?
off.
I know.
Pisses
Dude,
me off.
I got so tired of
Taxation
dealing
is
with
stopped,
sales
by the way.
tax. I got so tired of dealing with sales tax that I was like, I told my accountant, I was like, I want to pay it every week. I'm tired of this every 3 months getting a bill for $15,000, $20,000, $30,000. I was like, I'm just going to pay it every week. That way you just tell me, all right, this is how much you made in sales tax. There you go. Because I'm tired of
It
that
looks
big bill.
smaller, you're happier way. You don't feel
So
like you're
much
handing everything
easier,
away.
dude. It's
Yeah.
just so much easier to go in smaller increments because when you're a small business, coming up with $15,000, $20,000, and I've already stated on this podcast that organization is my biggest flaw, and we've already talked about how what's most important in life is understanding what you suck at and what you're good at.
Yep.
You know, it's very easy to be like, oh, I'm good at this, I'm good at this, I'm good at this. Anybody can say what they're good at. Tell me what you're bad at. And that's what you need to either hire for or you need to work on. You know, so
Smart.
it's for me, it's organization and trying to allocate things where it needs to go. Because it's real easy to have that just slip away from you, man. And next thing you know, you got some crazy ass bill, and you're like, what the
With a
fuck?
bunch of, I mean, just in our business, these old, like he's got a lot of these older guys. They never really got in it to grow. They made themselves a job, and then they don't know how to run a business either. So then when the tax man calls, they done took all that money, even the sales tax. You're just collecting for the state, bro. Like it's not your
Yep.
money. Don't fucking touch it.
No.
We take that every time we make
As soon as we
deposit checks.
right in the tax account.
Take out whatever it is for sales tax, that goes in an account. It
Yep.
sucks because, like he said, I might have $5,000 in the business account. There's $32,000 in the sales tax account. we don't fucking touch it.
Nope.
Maybe
And it's
like
easy to-
dire emergency, we'll be like, hey,
And it's
man,
easy
like,
to go and
We
look
gotta
at
touch it for a minute, but we gonna
Right.
put it right
Yeah,
back.
it's gotta go right back.
We gonna put
Yeah.
it right back.
Yeah.
And sales tax is the one place you don't want to fuck with.
No.
No, government
You know,
wants their money,
you
dude.
can do payment plans with the IRS. You can mess with them a little bit, but sales tax, you miss that,
That's their money.
they get really mad.
Yeah.
They get really, really upset. They don't like it.
It's not like
Just
I said,
give me
it's
my
not your
money.
Not your money, and you've been just now you gotta hold it
You're
for
the
them.
middleman. And you
What
ain't-
is your
and they
money? They're just
throw you a
stealing
little
it from
$200 on your.
Oh
30
yeah,
grand.
when you pay it on time, they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, we'll give you $200 for paying it on time," and it's like, "Thanks."
Yeah,
Right.
appreciate it. They tell us every time our accountant does. She's like, "Yeah, I got you your $200 credit." I don't fucking care.
Right, it's $200. I find that in my couch. Like, what you doing?
So back to the new building. How much of a process was it to acquire the building, to get it?
That was easy. It's a seller held note.
Yeah.
Easy?
We ended up and we're not that we don't have the money, but there's so insurance business dealing with insurance companies, and we're smaller. We might have 130 grand accounts receivable. I'm waiting on checks from fucking all these insurance companies. So we don't always have cash where we can go put the $70,000, $80,000, $100,000 down on a property.
Right.
So we ended up, we used a credit line with our bank. We have it. Like, fuck it, we'll pull the credit line, put the down payment on, pay all that off. It's not, you know what I mean? That's
Yep.
not an issue, but it happened. It made it happen quick. We didn't have to sit around and wait until we got 60 grand in the account, and we can get rid of that and still cover payroll and all this
Right.
other shit. We have like, between payroll, materials, all of our overhead, dude, we're $40,000 a month in overhead. So it's not like at any given time, unless we got a couple $100,000 in the bank, which we ain't there yet,
Right.
we can't just say, yeah, here's $100 grand for a building.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen like that right now. Maybe
Right.
down the road, that I'm sure we will. But right now, that was the fastest way for us to make it happen. I mean, like he said, he wants to be out at 50. I don't want to be working in a shop. I don't want to be having anything to do with my business at 40. I want other people to be running it. I don't want to be in the business. Quarterly meetings, dude. How are we?
You want to be on a beach. That's
100
where you
fucking-
want to be. You want to be on a beach
Fucking mine, dude.
with
yeah.
a fucking Mai Tai, just collecting checks, man.
100%.
I'll get you. I'll get you.
Doing that at that point.
Hey.
Fuck you.
No, hey, I'm already working to get my business down to Fort Lauderdale.
Yup.
Like I'm gonna open up a second chapter of Fixer Up down in Fort Lauderdale, and my foreman's gonna run up here. I'm gonna run down there, and down there money flows so much differently. I mean, beyond differently, that I'll be able to be. Give me 3 years. I'll be on a beach collecting checks. Well,
Sitting
my
there with a
foreman
drink in your
up
hand.
here and down there is just running shit. You know what I mean? Like that. I get it. But you brought up insurances. I got a friend who does kind of collision repair, right? Doyle's Auto Body. He'll come in and be a guest one day too. But he mentioned that that getting money from insurance companies can be a real hassle.
It's a pain in the fucking ass.
And he also said that they never want to pay what the actual work is worth.
No.
Is that true?
True.
Is it?
You have to word things. So you ever notice, like, you go to the doctors and they're always writing down notes and stuff? That's for insurance. That's
Right.
so they can get paid on shit. And if you don't document shit, you don't say it a special way for them to whatever, like customer what is it?
Customer indemnification failure is a good one for our business.
Like, they see shit like that and they're like, oh, and then they'll pay it. Like,
Most
you know what I mean?
we
It's
say
weird.
that, and you don't even know what the fuck we're talking about.
No, I have no idea what
Right,
that means.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Most people don't even. I could say it to a customer. They look at me like I got 5 heads. They don't even know what the fuck I'm saying.
But you're just saying, write that on the sheet.
Right. That's why we're
Write
good
that
at what
on that
we do,
paper.
because we know what we need to say to these guys to make them fucking pay for it. Because at the end of the day, they have to.
So,
Right.
perfect example, he was asking us before the show started. We had this total loss come through. It was a friend of ours. He dropped it off. Somebody else hit him. 05 Mustang, nothing fancy. V6, 180,000 miles. It's obvious total, but they wrote an estimate in the field, and if they would have wrote a good one, they would have totaled it out in the field. But they do these camera estimates where somebody in Bangladesh is writing it or wherever, you know.
Oh, yeah.
And
That's very
it's
true.
a
It's
bullshit,
always some
bullshit
oversee
cookie-cutter
thing.
estimate, which is it's almost against the law, because as a licensed appraiser, you have to write for everything. That's, you know what I mean. So you can't, like, they'll leave stuff
Can't
off
pick and
because they think you're
choose.
gonna go just cash a check. Anyway, so he drops it off. We tear it down because they already wrote an estimate on it. We tear it down. I'm like, yeah, I tell the guy to stop working on it. I'm like, it's totaled. You know what I mean? We'll get her time, whatever. Lock up the estimate, send it to Geico. They agree that's total. Okay, they're going to send out a total loss team, which they don't send out a team. They just contact you, and then IA comes, picks up the car. They write you a check for your charges, whatever you had into the car, right? So they total it out. They like forget about it or whatever. I'm like, what's going on with this car? But I'm not saying nothing because it's $160 a day every day it sits on my lot.
Right.
You know. So now we're getting into Memorial Day weekend. It goes through a 3-day weekend. The insurance company calls and said, I don't think this is totaled. And I'm like, fuck you mean? So it's a 05 Mustang. It's totaled. You know, thing's worth, what, $3,500, if that?
Yeah.
So they they reopen up the claim. He tells her, he gets on the phone with her and tells her, he's like, you better rerun that value, and this is a total loss, you know, blah, blah, blah. I don't know exactly what you said to her, but. So they run it back. They total it again. Now, mind you, this is what? How many days of storage now?
21 days, some shit like that.
So now they don't want to fucking pay our shit. So we have a whole breakdown list that it's a whole, what is like a PDF that we fill out. So it tells you how many days it's been there, how many hours I have for tearing it down, how many times I fucking talk to the insurance company. I charge for that shit. Every time I call
course.
you, I'm charging you for
It's
it.
time. Time is money,
Every
man.
photo we take of the vehicle, if there's 50 photos, I'm fucking charging you for them. You know what I mean?
$5 a photo.
Yeah.
And it sounds stupid, but
But
Oh, no.
they pay it.
Have you guys ever thought of Company Cam? My company uses it, and it allows all my guys to take photos on the job. It gives me who took the photo, the time the photo was taken, and it's all categorized by project. So, especially for insurance companies, you could literally do the Mustang, photo taken, and now everybody on your team that's working for you could be taking photos, and it's all in one spot, all in one thing for easy download and send.
See, we have something like that in our management system.
Oh, okay.
So if it's an open shop assignment, that you can actually send it to the insurance companies right from our
Oh,
our
perfect.
thing. And all of our techs have it on their phone. It's a dumbed down version for the techs, like they can't get into the estimates and stuff, but they can take photos when they're tearing stuff down.
That's how this works
That's
too.
awesome.
Yeah, they can take photos, but they can't get into the admin version of
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
So
yeah.
that's the same exact thing, but that's cool that you got something almost exactly like it. I didn't realize
our
there was something
management
else like
system,
that.
it's expensive, but you know, that part of that claim right there, why we got paid on it is we take notes every time I talk to a customer.
Yeah.
Any event that goes on with the file, it says it in there, so everything's documented.
From
So, you know,
parts, insurance, customer, anytime thing that has to do with that car is documented.
Perfect.
So we have all the documentation. So he tells her, he's like, no, you got to toll us out. Well, they don't want to pay it. So he sent, where did I leave off there?
The payment demand letter.
Oh, yeah. So we had to send a certified payment demand letter that we use ChatGPT for. Sound all.
Yeah.
Sounded
There ain't
like
no-
paper from a lawyer, man.
There
Hey.
ain't nothing wrong with it, dude.
No.
Chat can write up some
You gotta learn
official
how to
ass
use it.
shit, dude.
Yep.
I got a mat over there on that computer that actually gives me prompts like how to get true results for what you write. Because once you understand AI,
Yeah.
I mean, you can really
Oh,
use
dude,
it to your advantage.
fuck
There's
yeah.
nothing wrong
We-
with
we
using
use
it.
all the time, dude.
Yeah,
all the
fire.
time.
If you're not using it, you're going to be left behind, man.
Yep.
You got to integrate it into what you're doing, and it doesn't matter what business you have. It needs to be integrated into what you're doing.
Yeah.
All right, I apologize.
No,
for
no, you're good.
interrupting.
No, you're good, dude. So, like, long story short, you know, send all this stuff. We have all this documented. Now it goes to another insurance company because they don't want to pay it. So now this just keeps racking up storage. $160 a day. $160 a day. So finally he gets his insurance company. Now State Farm's beefing with Geico, and I don't know if any you guys know this, but when you pay for your insurance, if somebody else were to hit you, your insurance company will fight for you. That's what you hired them for. So a lot of people don't know that. So he gets his insurance company. They start barking at Geico. Now Geico's like, oh shit, we fucked up. So long story short, we got paid $12,500 for 2 hours of work because they dropped the ball.
Because they fucked up and then
Good.
wanted to argue, and you're not gonna. We know. I know what you have to do. I know they have a law that regulates insurance companies as far as auto repairs, and it goes into like what you're doing, an insurance claim on a house.
For
Same
sure.
thing. Regulation 64. It's a whole fucking appraisal law.
Mhm.
When you know how these motherfuckers operate, you know how to get paid. That's why we have grown the way we do, because we know how to negotiate with these. Not even negotiate, because I don't negotiate. You're gonna pay what the fuck I want, or I'm just gonna keep sending it
They
back.
try to depict your labor and all that.
Which sets you guys aside because you're gonna fight for your client.
Yep.
You know, I mean, that's a very, very big thing, and that's huge for potential clients and current clients to know is you're fighting for them no matter what. We're getting you're getting that money, and if we got to be on the phone with them for 3, 4, 5 hours, we're gonna do it because we're getting our money and you're getting your car fixed, so everybody could be happy and we can get that good review and everybody's smiling when they leave here. You know, that's huge. That's huge.
Yeah, we fight definitely. I mean, we got a truck, Brandon Walters' truck there, the one that was on the news that got hit there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
He's been going back and forth with the insurance company. They want to, they want to dumb down the repair, and it's not the proper way to do it. And we need this. We are asking for this, not because I want it.
You need it.
Because we need it in order to restore this thing back to pre-accident condition, as per OEM, the manufacturer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And so we went back and forth. He called it. He's like, no, this supplement's not right. You're gonna have to come back out here and reevaluate this. They take these self-piercing rivets because they're aluminum.
Mm-hmm.
In which how many do we need for it? Or
So
something?
like 300 of these things. The adjuster puts like 7 of them on the estimate.
Like, we need the 300, bro. Like, there's.
You think I just came up with some number off the top of my fucking head and said, I need 300 of them? Nah, man, I spent the time. Like, I have all these procedures from fucking Ford. Tells how many we need. I had to sit here and count these fucking things up, and then they come out and they do that shit. Do they sit in their car for 4 hours and they see what they can cut off your estimate to save themselves money? 'Cause
Right.
at the end of the day, they don't give a fuck about fixing your car the right way. They want to save themselves money, just like any other business.
They're in the business
but
to make money.
100%.
people don't realize, like, your insurance company isn't here to help you, dude. They're here to make themselves money.
So how much damages did it end up being on his truck? Because I saw the videos all over social media.
It's getting the whole side of it replaced.
The whole side?
Whole uniside, inner rocker. It's like, it's up there. It's an expensive.
It's not really that
Yeah,
bad.
you don't have to give exact details.
Yeah,
It is somebody else's info. So
It's not really that bad. It's just what happened is the inner hangs down a little bit from the outer, and it tore the inner. And the only way to repair that per OEM procedures is you have to take the whole uniside off to put that piece on. So, like, the uniside's really not that bad. You probably straighten it, but the other stuff's torn and you can't fix it.
right.
They don't want it welded up and fixed. What I mean?
So what's the best way that you guys balance personal and professional life?
I have
You know,
fucking clue, dude.
Because we're still trying. I'm still figuring it out, and I've been in business for almost 10 years. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard to because your business, literally, as we've said a million times, it takes every fucking part of you. So it's very hard to have a personal life and professional at the same time. So what would your guys' best advice be to balance that?
Find something to do that has nothing to do with your business, and to take your mind off of it and kind of get, like, I train jiu-jitsu. He's getting into Muay Thai, you know what I mean?
Nice.
So, like, it's, find something, like, you know what I mean, that you can walk away from it for a little bit, because you never really actually walk away from your business. It's always there,
Mhm.
It's always there demanding things. It's always, it's a hungry bitch, you know what I mean?
Oh, for sure. For sure. When it came to mentors in your business, what was the best advice you guys ever got? We can start with, we can go one by one or whatever you guys think.
I couldn't even tell you, man, because I this business myself. Like,
You never had a mentor? You never had anybody kind
Aside
of
from-
guide you?
No. Aside from, maybe the body guy I worked with, maybe asking him for an opinion, not like, hey, how can I do this, or what's the best way to do this? I never really had anybody like industry, and I'll be straight up with that.
Okay.
I got a job at Z-Bar back in the day detailing. Told him my dad owned a shop back in the day. I'm like, I can buff cars. I've done this before. I know what the fuck I was doing, dude. Got in there, and I pick shit up quick, man. Like, if I have instruction or I can, like, watch you do it, I pick it up quick. I picked that shit up. I ended up in 2 years, I was running the whole back of their fucking shop, like, for $15 an hour back then.
Yeah.
Shit money, like, I was doing everything, spraying bed liners, doing all kinds of shit. So then obviously I started making money. You get bills, you got shit you got to cover, you got a lifestyle you want to live, or you think you're gonna live, however you want to do it. Got into I went to actually Karuba Collision when they opened up. I helped them open their first location here. Was working there for a couple of years, and now I'm a technician. I don't know how to replace a quarter panel or fix a dent. Like, you know what I mean? Just had to basically learn how to do this shit by fucking it up, and then maybe asking a technician I worked with, hey, how do I do how I figure this out? You know what I mean? How do I fix this? And maybe get a little. I never really had anybody to mentor me though. Like, I basically taught myself all of this shit either by fucking it up or just repetitively doing it, man.
That's kind of how I did my thing. I didn't really ever have a mentor. I had people try to train me the wrong way, and I just kind of the right way over time.
You learned the wrong way
first.
You learned how not to do it, and
Yeah.
that's what taught you how to do it the right way.
100%. Because as they were like, "Oh, you just do this," and I was like, "That doesn't sound right," you know. And I'm like, "Why is this window not closing all the way?" You know what I mean? Like, all right, what'd you do wrong here? Well, the window's not supposed to be like this. It's supposed to be like this. So, you know, I was kind of the same way. But we have met so many other business owners that have mentioned having a mentor. That's why I asked that, is because it seems to be a running theme that a lot of people that started businesses had some sort of mentor, had somebody kind of gearing them and training them to be where they're at now. So that's why I asked that. How about yourself?
No, not really. I started in, I went to BOCES. I didn't like high school. I hated it. When I was like, all my buddies were going to BOCES, so I was like, shit, I want to try that out. They're all doing auto mechanics, so I did body work. And then when I graduated, then I went to NASCAR Tech, and I just always been working on cars and never really had a mentor. I had there's like older guys when you're younger that will kind of take you under their wing and stuff like that. I've had a lot of those guys in shops that would teach you how to spray. That would take the time. And then you get some other miserable guys that that they don't want to pay you no mind. But there's in order for the next generation to come up, you gotta give back. You gotta give your knowledge back so you can raise the next generation up. And being in the trades business, there's not a lot of people that do what we do. You know what I mean?
No.
And they're dying off.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's going to be a huge problem in America. It's going to be huge, dude.
We have said that last week.
People don't want to work anymore. They don't want to do physical labor.
College is bullshit, most
Oh,
of it. You
yeah.
know what I mean?
They're training you to be a sheep, man.
I went to NASCAR Technical Institute, graduated from there. I was already working on race cars before I even hit any of their NASCAR courses, and that's just all PowerPoint presentation. Paid $30,000 for 14 months. Like, it was just, you don't realize until you get down there. You're like all excited, like, oh, I'm gonna go work on race cars and this and that. But then you get down there, like, the fuck is this shit, dude?
Right.
It's all outdated. They're still saying Winston Cup in their shit. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But no, I never really had a mentor. Just people along the way helping me out. But pretty much just my own will and determination to get where I'm at right now,
Well,
family and friends,
That's what it takes when it's starting a business. How about you, Sean? Do you ever have a mentor? Do you have anybody that kind of like guided you or pushed you?
I had a few guys as soon as I opened my business. We were friends prior to opening businesses, but they were current detailers, and I feel like anytime I'd reach out for advice, they'd always answer and just they would feed me the knowledge I needed to get the job done on hand. So it didn't happen much, but anytime I ran into a roadblock, I would always call people. And I honestly only did that just because I didn't want to fuck up a client's car.
Right.
So
Well, you fuck up a paint job. That could be a hefty bill.
Yeah.
I mean, ask these guys.
As
Yeah.
the side eyes.
Ask these guys how expensive that's going to
I
fucking be.
I know.
Hey, I just scratched the shit out this car. How much is it going to be for a new paint
we
job?
fixed shit for a couple detailers around town. Just they hit
Yeah.
molding, burn the molding, and they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, can you get this done for me?" 911. I was like, "Yeah, I got you."
There you go.
A couple years ago, I was buffing this little Benz, and one of my friends just got it, and it was super clean after I got it done. But I was buffing the mirrors. It was an older AMG, and the glass on the mirror fell out. The smaller buffer, not putting pressure, and the mirror just fell right out, hit the floor, and just shattered right there. That mirror cost, I think, $200 some.
because it's got the Mercedes fucking logo on it. That's why.
So I learned right then, if I'm gonna do that, maybe I'll put some, some painter's tape and hold it, it's something. But that was the first and last time it ever happened.
You got to learn from your mistakes, though, man. That's what
But
turns
yeah,
them into
things
lessons.
can happen real quick.
For
But burning
sure.
through pain, none of that, no, obviously. But I definitely had help in the beginning. Like, I'm not gonna be one to say like, But my biggest help, honestly, like I told you in the beginning, was YouTube. I would watch everything on YouTube, and it literally gives you instructions. It's like when you get a table and you got to read the thing to build the table. Same thing with the visuals. Like if you're watching YouTube on whatever, anything to do with detailing, if you literally watch it and apply it, like if you're fixing a light, it's not that hard. It's not.
It's very true.
It's not rocket science.
We
It's the
still look at
time
it
though.
from
When
time
the
to
shit
time
takes the
YouTube, dude.
time that it takes,
We were gonna-
that's where the people who can't stick around and get it done because they don't want to put the real time into it.
I swear on everything, the last time I went to the doctor's office, this asshole fucking Googled my symptoms. Like,
I put them in chat.
Dude, just put it-
that's what I'm saying. dude. It's not just it's just not people
Yeah.
in a workworce that use chat.
Yeah.
I mean, there's professionals that are relying
I think
on
some of
it.
the
So
doctors
there's-
use ChatGPT.
that's what I'm saying. There's nothing wrong. There's such a stigma of,
Yeah.
oh my God, he learned by YouTube. Who gives a shit?
You
You
learned.
learned.
You learned.
No, I sort of keep
What's the
putting that
difference
out.
between going to Bosie's or you're learning on YouTube?
Yeah.
$7,000 to $10,000. That's the difference.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Half
Like,
your life in debt for something.
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
I
So-
know people with degrees. I worked with a dude, got a degree. I'm not gonna go into details. He got a degree for something that was not related to what he was doing.
Mhm.
Still never fucking used that degree. He's,
No.
Yeah.
he's doing
There-
something.
it
See it all the time.
So
Got
often.
in debt for it, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck did you do all that? You're like, you could have just got.
Been further,
less.
yeah.
Could have started in the mailroom and been where you're at now.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
and that wouldn't have cost you exactly. You said 50, 150. I mean, college.
It takes you 25 years to pay off 50 grand. I'm gonna have my house paid off in 30 years, and it's
A lot of people
a
aren't
lot
even
more
paying.
than that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're
For sure.
paying
They're not even paying
25
them back,
years.
dude.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, dude. I mean, people sometimes just think they need to follow a path because that's the path they've been told to follow their whole life. And it's
What type of people are those?
sheep,
Sheep?
all day.
Yep.
It's
Facts.
a certain type of person to be a wolf and just venture off from the beaten path. You know, you've got to understand who you are. You've got to understand what your drive is, what you want to do, and that's what makes you a wolf. And 99% of business owners are wolves. There was nobody behind us saying, "Oh, we have daddy's money, and we can just start a business," right? None of us here have it.
No.
Right? Nobody gave us some fat fucking check to start a goddamn business. We did this ourselves. We built this. We put everything we have into this, and that's what means something. You know, anybody can get a check from somebody and just go start a boutique somewhere.
Yep.
And then when you fuck up and fail, you don't know. You don't know what the feeling of fucking up really feels like. 'Cause
No.
You can just go back, get another check, and start another one.
Either that or just get a check and continue the business you're on
Yeah.
because who cares if it's failing? It's not your money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Over and over
That's
and
what I'm
over
saying.
and
It's
over.
real easy to be like, oh, it's just daddy's money. Like,
Yep.
fuck that, dude. Make your own.
I
put
like
your own
that
profit.
feeling of knowing that if I fuck up, I'm done. Like, there's no
There's
chances.
a form of
Like,
stress that just drives us for that.
I like
think.
that.
You know, I think we're used. It's the stress of life that we really thrive for.
Yeah.
I think it's important, and it, like I said, it's a different type of person that can really go for something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when it comes to your guys' business, what's like some specialty shit that you love to do that makes some good ass money that you loved seeing walk in that fucking garage?
Total losses.
There you go. all right.
Hey,
There you
there
go.
ain't no working. Dude, I like arguing with
He
people.
said total.
You got the right one. If you want to argue with me about insurance shit, I'll argue with you all day, and I'm still gonna get fucking paid at the end. You know what? I didn't pay nobody to do shit.
Yeah.
It sat outside in the parking lot. You can't. So we just had one. This is a quick story. We had a car came in. Girl dropped it off. Insurance company came out and wrote their estimate. All we did, they handed the keys to an employee, said, hey, pull that out back. They totally fucked up again, like they always do. It sat there for 2 weeks.
They
paid
forget
us
about 'em, dude.
$2,500. I sent it out in the parking lot, left it there. $2,500. I didn't even touch it. I didn't even put it in my system. $2,500.
Yeah, it's crazy. So like during COVID, they let go a lot of adjusters because they weren't out in the field. You know what I mean? So that's where this picture estimate bullshit came from.
Yep.
So they got rid of all these adjusters. Now they got one guy. I mean, specifically for State Farm, they got one guy covering like the whole like dude, and he's about ready to freaking off himself, dude. Every time I see him, he's always stressing, you know. And so they hired this guy to go around so they didn't leave these cars sitting there because they're losing money, dude. Like the longer it sits, every shop, body shop down the street from us. He got paid $20,000 because State Farm forgot about the car and left it on his line. And he's like, I'm not calling them. They'll figure it out. You know what I mean? And finally, and then when he slides over the bill, they're like, holy shit. You know what I mean? But you got to pay it because we carry insurance. We're liable for that vehicle on our lot. If it gets stolen, kills somebody, that's on us. And that's, and that's what, like, a lot of people are like, well, you're getting paid for it. But yeah, but there's a lot of things that come along that, as soon as we take your keys now, no,
you're responsible.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So, then, just you gotta just label it the right way and just, make sure you're taking your notes and, you know what I mean?
Yep. Where can you guys see yourselves in like 3 to 5 years? Like, do you have any big, not really big dreams for the business, but do you guys have any visions for the upcoming future?
3 more shops.
3?
10 more, 20 more, whatever.
I'd like to be in 5 years. There's 2 that we're kind of looking at right now. It's kind of getting the talks in the process. So that's going to be a whole nother hoops to jump through. But there's 2 on our radar right now that we're trying to lock up if we can get it done.
You guys see that Midas on 57 that's closing up for lease soon? It's like a 4-bay, huge parking lot. I mean, and
Wait,
it's
on
right
the
on
corner?
57. It's right by your house, right by
Oh,
Taco
I know.
Bell.
I know.
Oh,
What you're
that-
talking about.
Yeah.
I think if we do it again, though, I want to go buy turnkey. I don't want it like what we're doing right now. I don't.
Yeah,
really
I
wanna
know.
Do this shit again. Dude, like
We're
we
already
did
a
one.
running business too, so doing this shit, man, like getting into a building, again, love the grind, love the process, but it is fucking exhausting. Trying to run a business and outfit a whole new building is fucking insane.
Yeah,
For sure.
Just 'cause
We're
when-
not paying people to do it. Like we're
No.
doing a lot of it ourselves, man.
Yeah.
So,
Late nights, a lot of lifts, a lot of everything,
I'll tell you one thing. I didn't realize how much fucking house paint was, man.
Paint?
We just,
Yeah.
For the building and the inside, because we're gonna have our graffiti artists come back out and tag up the side of the building there. We're gonna keep it professional in the front and then like do a nice mural on the wall. Shit, dude, we just what is it, $10,000?
yeah, I was telling you about that. The
Frick,
other night.
frickin' what? He goes, yeah, that's this will be that. Then he goes, yeah, you're looking at 89. I'm like, oh.
Yeah. Well, I mean, again,
Yeah.
he's an artist. You got to pay for the art. It's just like tattoos. You want good tattoos. They cost money.
Everything costs money. We're
You want
expensive,
basement
you know what I mean?
tattoos.
We're good.
You're gonna get basement
You get what you
quality.
pay for, man.
Exactly.
That is the
You
honest,
know,
that's the honest truth.
Just like with your car, $20,000 to get that done to your car. That took time. It took effort. It took everything. So, and especially nowadays, people are really understanding their value. I think a lot more, especially with just costs of everything going up. They're just adding more value to their own
Yeah.
talent.
Yep.
It's just so easy to do so, and it's not really gouging. It's just understanding that cost of living has gone up, so now my prices go up. That's just the way it goes.
Yeah.
That adds to like cost of living. Everything's gone. Like we're all business owners. We all got to carry insurance. We all got to have like every business obviously has its own costs and overhead and shit. But everything in that business has gone up. So when you think somebody's expensive, I can promise you most people don't understand the cost of running any business, let alone what I mean. Whether it's my business, your
Shit,
business,
I
your
didn't when I
business.
got into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when it comes to your guys' business, let's just promote a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's just tell the people exactly. Give me a catalog of everything you guys do.
So we do full custom paint jobs. We've done wide body kits on Subarus, custom one-off body kits. We did,
Any body kits on BMWs?
We do it all, dude.
Doing all right.
We were trying to lock up a Lamborghini, but the guy didn't want to do it. We do collision work. We work with all insurance companies. A few DRPs, not with any really bigger insurance companies yet, but hopefully with this new move, that's going to put us away from the MSO that's down the street. So as soon as they build a building, they automatically get in bed with insurance. Like they already have the contracts locked up with insurance companies. So if our hopes are moving further away from them puts us in a different area where we can lock up more work. You know what I mean?
When you say MSO, explain that just for the people that don't understand it.
It's a publicly traded company. You know, they're big box stores. You know, like Home Depot. The auto body industry is now in that realm. You got Caliber, Gerber, and I think Gerber is publicly
There's a
traded.
big one
I believe.
coming up right now. They've it's called Crash Champions,
Champions.
so they've kind of like they came out really big in the last couple of years. They're buying up everything they get their hands on. So then that's what they do. That's what all these big companies do. You know, like the Home Depot.
And they're trying to just shut the smaller guy down. Yeah,
Or they
for
come
sure.
in and they throw like we said, a lot of these older guys are trying to get out. They want to retire. That shop's their retirement. These guys come in and flash 700, 800 grand for a building. Yeah, cool. I'll take it and go sail away on my boat with my wife for my next 10 years of my life. You know what I mean? So that's what's going on with that. So,
But we do, we pretty much do it all other than mechanical, unless it has something to do with a collision-related incident. You know what I mean, like suspension work and stuff. But we don't normally do it. We usually
motorcycles. There isn't really.
I painted an
anything else.
airplane last year. Like, yeah, we hung up special cables up in our paint booth to hold the wings. A dude built it in his garage. He's a test pilot for the Navy.
Wow.
Like, we go pull up to this house. He's like, yeah, we're going to go look at an airplane. I'm like, is this dude fucking for real? So we pull up into East Syracuse, fucking, Pleasantville neighborhood, 2-car garage. The guy opens up the garage, and I was like, there's a fucking airplane in there. It's got no
Those are
wings. He
airplane-
built the shit.
hand built in his garage,
Dude,
It's insane.
you know what a rivet tail is, right? From doing rivets, the nails that come out.
Yeah.
He said, I don't know how many things he say. Like,
Thousands.
he said he had, I think it was like 6 or 7 Tide Pod containers full of rivet tails. Just from all the rivets he put in
It's
it.
all aluminum body.
But it's dope.
It's
It's,
insane.
Yeah,
Man.
he's just
Jesus.
now. I follow him on Facebook. It's was it TSI Builder or whatever?
Yep.
But he just started it up the other day. I think he's getting ready to take it out for its maiden voyage, and then he wants to take us up. It's just got a parachute and everything. It's got a rocket propelled parachute in case the engine fails. Yeah, I was like, he's a
Yeah,
Navy test pilot. I'll go.
Yeah,
ride
yeah, I'll
it.
go.
It's like,
Yeah.
don't you get in that fucking airplane.
I'm
I'm getting in. We painted that. I'm getting in that fucking airplane.
I'll get in it on the second flight.
Yeah. I gotta know you're not gonna.
And
That'd
he
be
painted
my
it.
flight that blows up though too.
And
So
he
I should have
painted
been
it
in the
kind of
first.
Syracuse colors too, so it's pretty dope.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
My
Those
brother
are
paints
weird.
fucking planes for a living out in Colorado. That's like his
Dude, there's
profession.
freaking good money in that shit.
He makes
Do you paint big planes like
oh,
jets?
big.
I
planes.
watched videos on that shit.
Big
It's impressive.
planes, man. Like he posts pictures of like hangars.
They're on a
That-
scissor lift with a big
Yeah,
old 5-gallon
yeah, and
buckets
he
of
does
paint.
like
Yeah,
custom shit for like private jet. Like
Yeah.
it's insane.
That's
Oh,
dope.
shit.
That'd be a
But,
cool job, man. I'm not gonna lie. If I wanted
It
to go
looks
back
like
to
a
work
cool
for
ass
somebody,
fucking job, dude. It really does. But dude, I mean that's awesome. You guys got to fucking paint a plane. Like that's
Yeah, it's
so cool.
It's a
yeah.
lot of work, man. It's something I've never painted a plane, neither has he. So it's something that we had to find our way around, just like we were talking about. Everything in this business, everything in business.
I want to start getting into painting actually like the entry doors for houses. I've been starting to see that people paint them with automotive paint and like nice candy.
You see, like,
and
the gloss?
Yeah, bro.
Crazy.
Fire.
You got to get yourself a slow cooker, which water you get with a high gloss mat, and then you put it in the water. You want to heat that paint up to a certain degree, and then it will glide on with no strokes.
Yeah, I've been seeing
and
a guy
that's,
do
and
that.
that's how you give it that glass. look.
Sorta
I
looks
can
like
actually help
epoxy.
teach you how to do that.
Well,
I've-
we're gonna
I've
start
done it
putting
before.
automotive paint on, like doing like custom candy paint jobs. Like
Yeah.
I've been seeing that a lot on the TikTok feed. That's
Oh, yeah.
on
Do a
my
custom
stuff.
Huge.
West Coast
But I'm gonna
pinstripe
do
paint
it.
job on like your podcast door,
Yo,
man.
That's what I was about to say. You guys want to fuck around and
Yeah,
find out?
we
You
might
got a
have to
door
bless
right
that.
here, bro.
We might have to bless
We'll
it.
we'll take it right off. I'll let you do what you got to do to it. I'm good with it. That
Yeah, we
doesn't
should do
bother me.
that. Just take, dude,
Yeah.
drop that off.
Toilets,
and
do
we'll
it all, man.
Yeah, I'm good with it.
Yeah, there's a guy that does custom painted toilets, and those ones are pretty.
I want a gold one.
Yeah, you know, like the West Coast style paint jobs are all pinstripe. They got different panels and shit.
Yeah.
People are doing that on toilets, and then they're already selling them for fucking $3,000 for a toilet.
Mm-hmm.
And people buy them. Like you got a little shop, you got your car in it and shit. I want that for my shop at home, man. I'm gonna buy it for $3,000.
I
It's
wouldn't want
crazy.
shit in it though, dude.
No. Dude, what if it's like a real hot, sweaty day and you just getting pinstripes on your ass as you get up? all the paint comes off. It's just peeling
What
up.
you do to my toilet, man?
It's just
You better believe I'm calling you like, yo, what the fuck did you just do to my fucking toilet seat?
did you just eat Taco Bell? That's what happened.
Shit got real hot. So when it comes to your business, is there anything else you guys want to talk about? Expanding, fucking anything that you guys want to promote or just talk about your business?
Street scene.
Yeah, so we, I'm sure Sean knows about it. I'm sure you've been to street.
Sean hasn't talked very much this podcast. I apologize, man.
No, I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. I'm taking it all in. I'm actually here to get more information for myself, so I'm learning more about everything. But yeah, you can keep going about the street scene.
Yeah, we, so it's a show I've went to since it started.
Yep.
And we actually, business-wise, started being a vendor there. So. And then the last years ago, the guy that was running it, he's just tired of doing it. He does it by himself. He has people to help him. He was talking about just shutting it down, calling it quits.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't know him. Rob didn't know him. Just on a whim, and I'm gonna like people out there listening. If you got a fucking idea, you want to go after something, just send somebody a message, call someone. It doesn't matter if you don't know them. Doesn't matter if you you feel like you're gonna look like an idiot.
You got to put yourself out there,
Send
man.
a fucking message. What's the worst that's gonna happen? Nobody's gonna answer you.
Yeah.
Or you hear the word
Yep.
no.
Yeah.
Right.
Ooh.
All right. So on to the next one. So I reached out to him. I'm like, hey man, like I think we could do a really good job running this show. If you want to pass it off or however you want to do it. So we sat down with him last year, like he kind of introduced it. This year we're basically running, setting up everything, doing it all. He's stayed on, kind of guided us.
Kind of
with
holding
it.
our hands.
Never
through
ran
the
a
whole
car show,
process.
you know what I mean? So he's kind of helping us out, telling us how he does things. He's been involved, you know what I mean? So that's another thing. And we didn't do that to make money.
And
Do that.
what dates is that coming up?
That's August 15th.
August 15th.
So you guys are running the whole thing then?
Yeah, we got food trucks, bounce houses. I think we got a gaming trailer for the kiddos.
Long Branch.
Yep.
Yep.
Long Branch.
Yeah, it's
About
got a
to just
racing
ask
sim in it too. It's a car show. It's got a racing sim in it. So that's there's gonna be a line all the way down. The front
Yeah.
of that thing.
Well,
That's awesome.
We're doing a little
That's
different this year. We're gonna try. We're trying to get the whole car culture, just whole motorhead culture together. Like we want bikes there, jacked up trucks, lowered trucks, old schools, exotics, imports. You know what I mean?
Everything,
Yeah,
yep.
everything. I just want, you know what I mean? Because like you go to the Nationals, and you know it's cool. It's the Nationals, the biggest car show in the Northeast. But it's kind of dry. It's kind of like an older crowd, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, the younger kids, the younger generations, they're into the imports, you know what
Yep.
I'm saying? It is what it is.
Yep.
But it's not, you guys can still find some common ground. You all still could, you know, find some appreciation in this versus that, you know what I mean? So same thing with bikes, you know what I mean? Harleys versus the crotch rockets. I guess I want everybody there. I want the whole culture together, you know what I mean? In a time where
be
there's
awesome.
so much division in the world, let's
Come
get some
together.
unity together.
Yes.
We all like, we like fast cars, nice cars, cool paint. Like we all can appreciate it. Maybe you drive, you got a BMW, I got a Subaru, but I can still appreciate a badass car when I see it or a dope paint. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whether I
For
like
sure.
it or not, I can still see your vision and appreciate it. I don't
Yep.
have to,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's kind of what we're trying to do with it, man. We want to keep growing. So
Everything
that's-
about the automotive and motorcycle industry is about appreciating what is out there. It's not, oh, I can't believe you have this, but I have this. It's not a pissing contest.
Yeah.
It's a, yo, you got a great car. I got a nice car.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I
who's,
like that shit.
let's see who's is faster. Like, why not?
Yeah,
you know?
but we're getting really excited about it. It's coming up here. That's between building, the moving shops. I'm closing on a house in a couple weeks. And running
Congratulations.
cars. Yeah, bro. It's been
Good timing, right?
oh, bro, dude. I'm about
You need help with that house? Give me a call. You know?
Like you were saying though, like business owners, man. Like as much as I bitch about it all the time, when I'm not stressed out and I don't have shit like 1,000 things to do,
Bored as fuck.
I'm either bored or I'm sitting there tweaking the fuck out with anxiety because I don't have something to keep me busy.
Yeah.
So you know, it's like
When life slows down, we go crazy.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
really do go crazy. I've started other businesses because of it. Honestly, I can't. You know what I mean? Like, I got to keep busy. I've got to try to keep doing new things. I'm busy enough with the one business, and now we started a podcast, and you know, that's just you can't stop, man. The second you stop is the second you're dead. That's how I feel, you know. And there can't be any stop in this world. There's 24 hours to a day, and God damn it, I'm gonna use every fucking one of them. You know, and
we don't got that much time on Earth, man. You
no.
gotta bust it.
And time is the one thing you can never get back. You can never create. It is the most valuable thing on this fucking planet. So anybody that wants to waste your time, it's not worth it. You know, anything. You got anything else you want to ask me?
No, but I did want to tell you guys thank you for coming out
Yes.
and
Yeah,
telling
thank
us
you.
more
Thanks for
about
having us.
yourselves and your business and painting a better picture of the industry you guys are in. I feel like it went great. You guys definitely gave us some information that is going to help upcoming business owners. And like you said, the trade is dying. We all know this with all the trades. So hopefully people can see that and they can understand that that's a place for them, you know. Like, don't miss that wave with with the generation that they're in,
For
because that's where all the money's going to be at.
There's a lot of money there, man. You just got to,
Yep.
whether you own a business or, you know, we're business owners. So you just go at it and start your own. There's money in trades. A
Yeah.
lot of them.
Like,
For
yeah,
sure.
even the pay, yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, that's huge. Like trades, like, you know, I mean, they really need to start pushing it more.
I know.
Because we're losing a lot. Like, they don't even. My son was telling me they don't even have shop class anymore.
No.
I'm like, you know, you used to go build your dad some shit for Father's Day or something.
Little birdhouse
Yep.
and shit.
Like,
Drop
they
leaf
don't even have
table.
home
Little
ec.
fucking
They
toolbox,
don't
you
even have
know.
home ec, so like you're not even setting these kids up for like, what are they even doing there? You know
No,
what I'm saying?
they're setting them up to be sheep.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's
Who
all.
wants to
That's
be
all
an
they want.
obedient employee for
That's
a big
it.
corporation and just do what you're told to do and do it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That ain't gonna get you anywhere. I can promise you that. Most people, you're probably gonna be miserable.
Yeah.
Hopefully not, but you're probably gonna be
Yeah.
miserable.
You know, and don't get me wrong. There's plenty of miserable days when you're a business owner, but there's a lot of bright light to being a business owner as well. You know, there's everything has its pros and cons in this world. If you could give any young business owner any advice, what would it be?
Don't be afraid to fail.
There you go. What would yours be?
Like I said earlier, man, appreciate the grind because you know you want to be even if you don't want. Stick with it, like you said. You know, some days that's just gonna punch you right in the face, man. Get the fuck back up and keep doing it. Because if you go home with your tail between your legs, first of all, you just wasted all your time. Second of all, you ain't gonna get there. It's not
And you
gonna happen.
wasted a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah.
because starting a business is a lot of money.
Yep. Especially if if you got a livelihood to support too on it, that's a whole. That's a good. Do it and then figure out how to handle it, man. That's another piece of advice. Like, don't sit here trying to plan it out for 5 fucking years. If if you're aspiring to, I don't know, go open a barbershop or fucking be a detailer, man.
Don't put it off.
Fucking do it.
Yeah.
Don't sit here and try and plan it out to a fucking T because it's never gonna work like
No.
that. Life
No.
don't work like that.
No.
Go fucking do it. Figure it out.
100%. I like that. I like that a lot. Well, thank you, boys, for being on.
Yeah. Thanks.
Thank you guys for tuning in to Grind Industry Podcast. Until next time, keep turning effort into opportunity. We'll see you.
Grind is straight, make it next move your best move.